Right, so now that we've got these 500 frames cached out, make sure you've got load from disk checked so that you can, skip through your simulation. So what I'm going to do straight away is drop a time shift and just a very simple $F plus, I'm going to do like 200 just to skip forward so that you can see it's a bit different now. So they've kind of settled into their natural, where they want to be. Kind of like a pre-sim, simulating beforehand just to get them going at the beginning. And now I'm gonna just play through. So we should have we'll have like 300 frames now. So we could bring this down to 300. And yeah, I'm just gonna play through and look for any intersections, so agents which are kind of crossing into each other, and also any agents which are doing some really weird distracting runs, behaving in a strange way. And I'm just going to delete them. Literally just click and delete as we go through. Okay, to help me, because they're all kind of, it's a bit difficult to distinguish some of them. I'm just going to temporarily drop an attribute randomize, and by default that will randomize the color just to help me see them better. Okay, so I'm literally just going to play through it now, and I'm focusing more on the front because at the back, right away there, you can see these guys are all clustered together here. So let's see. It's kind of at the limits there of, where I'd be bothered about. Kind of, yeah, 4 of them. So I'm just going to delete a couple of these actually. This guy, and the one behind. Just get rid of them. Okay, take a look around elsewhere. Maybe here. The yellow one there. It tends to be the faster running agents, which could be causing problems. I don't know why it won't let me select it. Come on. A weird bug. I click, can't select it for some reason. Come on. Weird. Let me try deleting, see if he, well, he actually is selected. It's just a visualizer. Anyway, so let's keep going. Yeah, it tends to be the faster running agents which cause problems. So that could be a case for, while you're setting up your clips, to have less of the faster running agents, because they, they're running through everybody and causing more intersections. And as I said, yeah, so just at the front here, there are a couple there. They seem pretty close. Let me see. I think it's okay. No, I better delete this guy as well. Yeah, so at the back, they're going to be out of focus and they're so small, you're not really going to notice anyway. So, I'm not too worried about them. Here. And also, when it's playing at full speed, it's going to be a lot less, be much more difficult to see intersections. Okay. You can use these kind of circles on the floor as well. When they start to merge into each other, they're probably too close to each other. This would be a case for some kind of simple, if there was more, it's not too long and too problematic just to go through and do it by hand, but it could be could come up with some kind of X function to some kind of probably be a point cloud to see which points come close to each other. Maybe this guy. Doesn't look too bad now. I'm just watching these here. Oh, yeah, seems to be one up there. Again, this is kind of at the limit of where I'm bothered because they're so, as I said, they're so close together. It's kind of strange that it's not showing me. Sometimes when you select, you see it doesn't stay selected, but it actually is, I suppose. A strange bug. Never mind. Maybe here as well. Grab that guy. Here. Okay, just 100 more frames. Not seeing any problems here now. There we go. Where are we? 250. Almost done. It's looking good. Oh, one there. This guy's running through. Deletes him. Almost done. There we go. Okay, so maybe we'll just run a quick flipbook of that as well, just to see if anything else stands out and looks weird. So I'll just run that quickly and then we'll continue from there. Okay, flipbook is done. Let's take a look. I'm gonna go to full screen, play through. I'm just kind of scanning over. Again, focusing on the front. Whoa. Okay, there was one guy running completely in the wrong direction somehow. So I'll probably delete him. It is pretty funny, but I don't know where. It's kind of rebel. But then at the front, I'm surprised we managed to miss him earlier on. I'm not seeing anything else as too bad. No, it seems okay. We probably will still have some intersections, but as I said, once we've got motion blur, different textures on everybody, shadows, you know, this is the best case scenario for spotting intersections because, you know, everybody is a solid color on a black background. Once, you know, got a lot more going on, it's going to be a lot harder to see. So you don't need to worry about it too much. Let's see. Maybe here, I'm just seeing they're getting quite close together. They probably are intersecting, but from this, it's hard for me to see even going, you know, frame by frame. So probably don't need to worry about it. Maybe there as well. I can actually see that one, so maybe I'll delete those. These guys. Right, I'll just delete these two and then the guy, and the guy running the wrong direction. So that's, I just want to check the frame 47, they're together over here. And then the guy running in the wrong direction here. Let's see, frame 150, he's there. Okay, so 47, I think I said. These two. So delete. The guy running quickly is probably best to delete. And then 150, this guy sprinting in the wrong direction, the rebel. Get him. Great. Okay, so we've deleted a few agents there, but you know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 2 in a couple of them. So you know, out of what do we have? 2,000 is not too much. So if you are, in our case, we've got textures for our agents, which we've got separate texture for, so the legs, the shoes, the body, the hair, and the hats, right? And then each of those textures, they're either, mostly there are 3 possibilities for each of those textures, or 3 variations, right? So 3 different skin tones, different hair colors, different patterns and colors of trousers and tops and shoes, right? If your model only has one texture for the whole geometry, then you can just apply it straight as it is now, okay? Because if when I was selecting here, I was making a selection and I get the whole agent, and I get the whole agent because it's a packed agent, right? So I only have access to the whole geometry here, so I can apply a material to this whole thing, but I cannot apply a material to parts. Well, I can, but that's something we cover in the I think in the next week. Okay, so to have access to separate parts, we do have to unpack the agent, right? And to drive the textures, so I don't want to go through obviously each agent to say, okay, you have on your, so they've got the same hair there, so on your hair is going to be blonde and yours is going to be black, right? I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to use an attributes to randomize that. Okay, so let's put that attribute together now. So I'm going to delete this one because we don't need the colors. So I'm going to drop another attribute to randomize, and what I'm going to do is use this attribute to drive a switch to select between 2 or 3 different textures in the material context, right? So let's just call it texture. Okay, maybe we could visualize it. We come here, so this will be a point attribute. Now we've got a whole load from the simulation texture there. If I click on that, let's try and see if we can visualize it. Do like a random color. Still not showing us. Let's see. So we need a uniform discrete. So let's take a look at the geometry spreadsheet, and then we can see the values we've got. So what was it called? Texture. Where are you? Here. Okay, so we got our values now. So by default, it's on uniform continuous. So I've got values between 0 and 1. But I want to use this to drive a switch, which will be between 0 and 2. And actually not just between 0 and 2. I want integer values, so 0, 1, and 2. Okay, not float values. So if I use uniform discrete, I'll get that. Okay, it's between 0 and 9 at the moment. And also it's giving me too many dimensions. I only need the 1. I've lost it right here. And between 0 and 9. So I just want it between 0 and 2. Okay, so there I've got values 0, 1, and 2 randomly on each agent. Okay, still can't see them. I think I'll see them if I once I unpack. Let's see if I can. Primitive, no, still not seeing it. Okay, no worries, but we'll see it after. But we know now that we have a random attribute on each agent, so we can, as I said, use that to drive the textures. And in the next lesson, next video, we'll look at unpacking and getting access to different parts of this geometry.